So today I thought I'd film quite a fun video. Hi, by the way. And it's light-hearted, it's not anything deep, it's not that deep, literally. But I'm currently in lockdown when I post this video. Might not be. Our lockdown in the UK is what's the date today? It is like the 16th of May. We've gone from stay at home to stay alert. Whatever that means. Yeah, things are gradually kind of opening, like restricted things, like there's garden centres opening, and I think like McDonald's is reopening drive-throughs and stuff like that. But today I wanted to talk through, because I've seen a few videos of these, or like posts or videos or Instagrams or whatever, of what will I be buying after lockdown. It's what I'll be buying, like one of the things on my list, and I could buy it now to be fair, but someone would have to come into my house, take it away, and then like there'd be a whole delivery process of someone coming into my house, which is probably not the safest thing at the moment, even though I don't have symptoms, might be a carrier, you know, get the drill. That is a new fridge freezer. My freezer it's got two like fairly decent sized drawers and then a very thin drawer at the top, but I like to freeze bread, stuff like that. I've got chips and some frozen vegetables, but I'd like a bigger freezer, and I haven't got the space to have a separate freezer and a separate fridge, so I'll need to get a new fridge freezer. I could do with a slightly bigger fridge section as well, but normally it's fine, I just stack things, but normally it's okay. But the freezer section definitely could do with a bigger one. Like last week, I think last week, the week before, when it was quite warm, I had to make the decision between freezing bread or making ice lollies, because I've got moulds that you can make ice lollies in, which I really like to do. Just an easy way of like getting some orange juice and filling it up like that. But I had to make the choice between that and that, because the orange, when you first do the orange juice lollies or any making of lollies, you need them to stand upright, and the only way I could do that is by not freezing bread that week, and that meant my bread went a bit mouldy by the end of the week, and I had to eat like crackers for lunch and stuff like that. So that is one thing I would like to buy. Possibly, it's not like the end of the world. I do have enough room in my freezer, mostly, but I would like that extra space, and I would like that extra space in the fridge as well, because sometimes it does get a bit cramped, especially in the drinks bit as well. But it's not the biggest fridge freezer in the world, but I'd like a taller one, and yeah, so I'm kind of looking at that. Like Currys do some, I think I picked out one that was decently for like 200 and something. But yeah, that's one of the things. I would also, this is like pipe dream, redo my kitchen and redo my bathroom. But that also depends on how long I'm going to stay here. Will the market crash after this, house market, stuff like that. I am saving more money while I'm on lockdown, because I don't have to drive places. Like I only filled up the car. I filled up the car on like the first weekend in May. So the date of that was, I filled up on the 10th of May my car, and I hadn't filled up since the 19th of March. And I normally fill my car up with petrol once a week. Sometimes I can get it a bit longer than that, but I like to fill it up once a week. So I've only spent 30, was it 30? I think, no, maybe 20, I think it was £21, because I only used half a tank. So I only spent £21 on petrol in the last 2 months, which is ridiculous when I was spending like £35 a week on petrol. So that money I've been able to save, which is really good. So I would really like to get a new worktop in my kitchen, because mine is probably one of the cheapest worktops you could buy, I think, and it stains really easy with like a darker colour, so it doesn't stain easily. I would really like, well, Mum and Dad have a granite worktops in there. They've got a massive island and like big side bits, and they've got granite worktops, and that would be the dream, because you're so blessed to have that, because they don't mark very easily, and they're really hard wearing. And I know you're not probably meant to, but putting hot pans down and stuff, it wouldn't mark, whereas I accidentally put a hot pan down. Well, I don't do it anymore, because I've learnt my lesson, but I'm looking over my kitchen, by the way, that's why I'm looking over there. yeah, so that mark, there's like a faint ring mark, and like even if you get like tomato or strawberry on it or something, that will stain. But I have found out, or like process of elimination, I found that if you get one of the cleaning wipes and put it on there all day, like on the top, and soak it, it will get rid of like a tomato like red mark or like a cucumber mark or something like that. That's a really good tip. But maybe doing the cupboards as well, that would be quite nice, like just replacing the doors and things like that with a different one. And definitely I would like to do the tiles because they're not my cup of tea, but that it's not a necessity. It's a function. It's an alright kitchen. It's a functioning kitchen, and it's not in like a bad state or anything. It's just not my aesthetic. And the same with the bathroom. It's not necessarily the fixtures per se, like the bath and stuff is fine. And if you follow my home account on Instagram, you know I would have got a new heated towel at Christmas, which was a whole palaver because I can't have one on the wall because the wall is a stud wall basically, I think, and it would have been too heavy for the wall, so I had to have one similar to my old one, which are a lot more expensive, but they don't do the similar ones to that I had, and it's more like a traditional one. There's a picture on that Instagram. It's just home in a studio. Go find it, give it a follow if you like. I've been trying to post a bit more stuff on there as well. But what I'd like to do is that my toilet and sink and stuff are like very not traditional, but kind of dated in the fact that you can see all the pipe work and everything. And what I would really like to do in my bathroom, there is a slight recess in the wall, and I don't know if this is even possible, and I'd have to get like a special bespoke thing to do this, is have that recess, which is where the toilet and the sink sit, is literally that big, but it's like set back a bit, like that much, and there's like a little ledge at the bottom as well. I'd like to block that off so that the toilet and the sink have a flushed back and all the pipe work is in that, and like the toilet comes out and the sink come out of that, but I'm not going to waste the space because in the top bit above the loo and above the sink have, on the toilet side, have a cabinet like all the way up, and on the toilet side, on the sink side, sorry, have a mirrored cabinet all the way up. That would be the dream of that. And I'm not actually mad at the blue colour of the bathroom. I don't really care. So that is something that I'd really like to get. So very much house things. So like that's kind of biggish stuff. I would like to go to Primark. Don't know what they've got, but I don't know, that's not an essential thing whatsoever. But I just like to browse the aisles of Primark again, if we can do at some point. So very big ticket things on my what I'd like to buy after lockdown, and very much not essential because everything is still working and it's fine. But I would really like a new fridge, freezer, and I probably am going to buy one and redo kitchen and bathroom. And I have got some money saved, but it depends on the house market and if I want to move, at what point I want to move. Do I want to be here 2 years? Do I want to be here longer? Stuff like that. So it's all about financing as well. But yeah, hopefully guys, that was a bit interesting. Tell me what you'd like to buy after lockdown has finished and we can somewhat get back to normal, like shops and businesses can open fully and we can go out for stuff that's non-essential. So yeah, I can see quite a lot of people walking down my road, but you can go out now for longer than just one exercise. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on both of my Instagram accounts. I always just mention my main one, but if you want to follow my home one as well, because I was talking about home stuff, you can. That's always linked below, as well as the other one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not already, like if you like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.